Hey y'all, and welcome back to Organically Designed. I'm Lindsay, and today we're just having a sit down chit chat about self-care and how important it is. So I am one of those people that I'm still growing comfortable with the idea of self-care, that I oftentimes correlate the term self-care with selfish, with being selfish. And I feel like as a mom that I have to be selfless more than I am selfish. And I think people put such a negative connotation on the word selfish. And I think in the context of taking care of yourself, if that is being selfish, then it's not a negative thing. It's a positive thing. If you're doing what is something that's like good for you, that's going to reset you and recharge you and bring you a little bit of joy, so that those day-to-day responsibilities aren't something that's completely bringing you down, not really bringing you down, but causing you to get to that point of like a breakdown or burnout, or I mean worse, then being selfish isn't a bad thing. So if I'm selfish for taking time for myself, then okay, then I'm selfish. If people have put such a negative like stigma around the word selfish, and I am so ready to kind of break that today. So we're going to kind of talk about self-care and being selfish and taking that time or that moment or that thing that is wholly like something that brings you joy, or wholly something that is for yourself only, that's a good thing. I've noticed this positive change in myself since I've started to do things for me more. Before I did the YouTube channel and the social media and stuff, I put everything into my family, which left little space for me. I put myself in the background all the time. My kids came first, my husband came first, my house came first, the laundry came first, the dishes came first. And now doing this, even though it's work that I really enjoy having an outlet to work on the things that I love to do. And because I'm building up content and things on my channel and on Facebook and Instagram, it's pushed me to have to be a little selfish with my time. And every time I complete a project or a video or a post, I get so excited because I put so much of myself in that. And so it's bled over into other areas of my life. I've gotten back into reading more, which was something that I didn't really allow myself the time to do. I've gotten back into buying things for myself, which is something that I did last. I was always last on the list. I love candles, and I buy candles in abundance now. Not abundance, I want to say, like, I'm not I've seen some people's like candle hauls and their stashes and stuff, and it is astronomical compared to mine. But I try to light a candle every day. I feel like every day I kind of feel just a wee bit like stressed. I think we all get to that point each day where we're like, oh my gosh, like I'm drowning, and then we kind of like pedal ourselves out of it. So I like to kind of light a candle during that time of day to kind of just like chill myself out, smelling the scents that make me happy, and just seeing the warmth of a candle kind of like recenter me somehow. If y'all are like that, let me know in the comments below and what scents you like, because I've been doing a lot of citrus scents lately and coconut. So those have been like my top ones. I'm sorry, my allergies are so bad. It's raining if y'all can't hear that in the background. But I'm saying all of that because I want to challenge people. I want to challenge people to put themselves first sometimes. I know there's so many instances with our responsibilities that ourselves are not going to be number one, but I want to challenge you one time a day to put yourself first. Listening to the music that you want to listen to while you're doing a cleaning routine. I mean, even though you might be doing something that, yes, is work or whatever, that music and your music choice and not worrying about the other people in the house while you're listening to it, I feel like is really important. Like lately I've been like really hooked on worship music and different Christian artists, and right now like my top favorite is Zach Williams. So if y'all are into Christian music, check him out. But there's so many messages in his music that are really speaking to me lately for what's going on in my life. But I want you to be selfish, positively selfish. I want you to do something for yourself that is going to affect yourself and everyone around you in a positive way. I've noticed by doing more things for myself and doing them, even just one thing a day, is running over onto my kids. I see that my kids are starting to do things for themselves that is bringing them back, and it's also empowering them to speak up and be like, I'm going to do those dishes, but I want to, can I do them at this time? I want to do them here. And the old me would always want them to do it then, in the moment. But I'm starting to realize, like, if I'm empowering myself to do things in my time and on a new schedule and in a new way, then I also have to support that of the other people in my home. So it's like positively it's affecting how I'm handling situations in my home with more patience, which has been a goal, to be more patient, because I'm one of those go people. And I think that a lot of moms are, and just adulting in general is tough. And I think if we all had one wish, we would be taking off one responsibility off our list. And so I want you to look at your day, and I want you to see, what in my day can I change that is going to make it easier. I used to feel like every day I had a deep clean, but now I'm timing myself to 15 minutes of cleaning, but and then doing the 10-minute tidy ups on top of that. So I'm freeing up myself basically like a half hour a day, and that half hour now I'm getting invest back into me. It was already taken away from my family, right? So I was cleaning for like an hour a day, and that hour was spent away from my family anyway, or them running around with me or something like that. So why not shrink that down? And I'm still touching everything, everything's still clean, but I'm opening up a window for myself every day. I work out every day now. That's something new and a new routine I'm doing. I was not able to do it because of I have chronic pain from illness that I have. So I recently was allowed to go back to working out, so I'm getting to do that. And it's something that I kind of like didn't want to do because I knew how weak I have become. The disease I have affects the left side of my body, so I know how much weaker that side of my body is. And so I kind of put off a little bit longer than I probably should have to return to working out. I mean, I should have started it right back when I could, but I did wait a few weeks because mentally I was having a hard time with the fact that I knew that it was going to be like a tough return after being out of it for so long. So I think that a lot of times our fear of change and our fear of not being the best we know we could be at something holds us back from doing things that take care of us. I know that change is like really difficult. It's really hard for me as well. And I oftentimes won't do things out of being scared. And I'm really pushing myself, like doing videos like these that are completely opening myself up to being completely vulnerable to whoever watches these. But you have to be vulnerable to see what you need. You have to be open to seeing where something just isn't working and admitting to it to change it. How are you going to change something if you aren't admitting that you need to change it? So I want to challenge you to look at your daily routine and see how you can make something easier for yourself. I want you to see, by making it easier for yourself, you're opening up a window to do more for you, which in turn does more for those around you. Learn to be selfish with your time, with your schedule. So to reiterate on this like long tangent of stuff is that self-care is about being selfish, and there's nothing wrong with being selfish. There is nothing wrong with saying no to someone. There is nothing wrong with taking time for yourself. And so I want to challenge you to look at your daily routine. Find if there is a way to change something in your day that is going to take off stress from you, that is going to open up a window for more time for yourself. 2, I want you to list out those things that you miss doing, those things that make you happy and make you feel fulfilled in just yourself, not in anything outside of you. So list those things out, and I want you to start scheduling them into your everyday, even if it's 5-10 minutes, even if it's a little 15-minute face mask while you read part of a chapter of a book. That's 15 minutes of bringing yourself back to yourself. And then also I want you to just learn that the guilt is gonna be there at first, but you're gonna learn how to let go of that guilt, because you're gonna realize the positive effects that it's gonna have not only on you, but on the people around you, on the people that you serve, on the people that you work with, and even your kids. I've noticed myself slowly rebalancing back to a person of more patience, and that is something I used to like brag about how patient I was, and at home I just haven't been that person because this is my safe place to kind of like but be selfish. Rejuvenate yourself every day, even for that 5 minutes, even for that little bit of time that you get to like look at a candle flicker, or sit on your front porch with that cup of coffee, or in the evening that glass of wine, or in the car with your music blasting that just brings joy to you. do something for yourself. And as always, remember to remain organically you. And if you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for more long tangents like this. But normally I do a lot of cleaning and organizing and creating videos. Y'all have an amazing rest of your day.